Yeah. Okay. So I've created. I'm starting a new video now. I'm about to fix with the other video since the video is shouldn't be using or showing that. Okay, what have I done here? Have I uploaded that? The date of today is the 8th. So it's that video. No, that video. Okay, that video it is. I'm sorry for letting you spend some minutes with nothing, but it's that time when you should actually take your time, right? Do you understand? It's when somebody calms down, breathes out, it should be the time when you do the same. The summer of 2016, it was so strange. I went from a casual meat eater to vegan. Yeah, strange, right? Why would a god possibly do something so strange to become a vegan? Well, all lives matter. All lives has a value. Everything is here for a reason, and we are all connected. But that was something that I just knew, and then I doubted myself. And I talked to the ones that were doubting me, because the Mandela effect, that was strange. I know what it is now, but it was a time of awakening, and people most of them are still lost, and they don't know it. Still have fears about how the future will play out, so choosing my words very carefully, because you need to see the whole story from the beginning to the end and understand it. While you take in it, you must understand and accept what I say. But you don't have to, because of free will. And I will tell you about free will later on. There's so much strange things. I made all these videos. I made 8 or 9 hours of video material in the first like week of my awakening. I got a whole new understanding of the body. The body is the body that we have is exceptional. In the future, there will be no sickness. But for those who believe in it, there will be hope, because light is energy, and if you don't have enough energy, you start to, well, lose parts of yourself, start becoming depressed. I've heard of strange things, but the future isn't set in stone, you know. And the glorious kingdom of God that will be a paradise of 1,000 years. It's an idea of someone else, but it can be true. It can, because you will understand. It doesn't just have to be 1,000 years. It can be for eternity. When I had my awakening, it was like, I know, it was like I was protected. There were angels everywhere. And by angels, I mean the real thing, real deal. And an angel is a messenger of good news. So even if I'm God, I'm also an angel. If you take it like that. If you take what I say as something out of a book, like wings and flying around, like when you see me, well, that's not what you see. I'm a human, or human is the definition of what we came to agree upon. But I am a creator. And there's so much sadness and so much ill-hearted people out there that they are like demons. They don't understand the teachings or anything. They just, yeah, teachings. They're everywhere. It's not hard to miss because, as I said earlier, everything is connected. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's quite impossible to miss it. But for the blind, it will go past them and they will be reborn again till they learn, till they walk on a path of ascendance or ascending, till they understand the truth. Bluntly, the scriptures, they all teach the same thing. All about Buddhism. More or less because, or Buddhism is real, but I never really resonated with it. I resonated with some of it, but it's still no religion at all is put out there that gets that gives you everything. If you want to learn, you'll have to believe in yourself. Or the whole thing with all religions is that it was made in the way so that you would question it, question yourself, take in knowledge, awaken, going through an awakening, changing your ways to the better for all of humanity, and then trying to reach perfection, trying to reach perfection, becoming the creator that you are. Because God has a name, and the name is yours, as it is mine, because we are all creators. But if you do not learn the essential things, then you will be lost. It took me 1.5 years to actually accumulate all the information and putting it all together in my head to actually understand all what I'm talking about. But it's also, while others seem to complicate things, the whole of creation was actually made easy. Love yourself and don't have any other gods. That it's not that hard, really. Praise yourself, your existence, before anyone else's. Do not live in the ways of others. Do not live in other individuals' dreams. Don't take part in other people's beliefs, and don't take part in other people's truths. The first commandment states, "You shall not have any other God than me." And if you say that to yourself, who is that? Why do you dissociate from who God is? God is you. God is me. And when you understand this, it's the same thing with the Prophet Muhammad, talking about Allah. You shall not depict Muhammad. Why shouldn't you depict Muhammad? Well, because Muhammad is so many, it's everyone. It's the whole of creation. So depicting one would be to have another god before yourself. And he was smart enough to actually know that. The one that you so purposely go around and say is a evil lord. But Islam is actually one really beautiful creation. And Hinduism is a very beautiful creation. And Christianity is a very beautiful creation. And they were all part of something. There are so much things. The Torah tells us that the earth isn't that old. Scientists say the earth is older than it is. The Bible says the earth is flat. Well, once again, we have, well, come together to understand that the Earth isn't flat. So we created something else together. When I woke up, I told one of my best friends most of the things that I was going through. I told him, he told me that the math, the physics and the math, the phys well, the mathematicians and professors and in mathematics and physics and stuff like that were actually going quite bananas over the banal idea that they had found proof that a black hole, which they had kind of stated was black hole that they stated was like not capable of doing anything else than sucking in materialistic things like light and energy and that morning when I woke up, I kind of feared for my life. Everything is set up in stages, so the more you learn, the more you evolve. And if you use all of your brain, because yeah, if you use all of your brain, you will see the truth. It's nothing wrong with that. If we all come together and believe that the Earth was a flat plane created as a computer simulation or something, I don't know. Well, that is actually more likely to be true, though. But I'm not gonna give you my beliefs. The only thing I'm going to teach you is who you are and how you get there. And it's a very strict way. It's not difficult in any way, actually. The mind says it's difficult. It's difficult to turn away from eating flesh that someone murdered. It's difficult to love others sometimes when you don't understand it, but there's also a very, very dangerous part with the whole thing. There's a very dangerous part with everything. And that is if you let your ego take over, that means that's where many of the other people are. They don't listen to what was written. They just, I can do what I want, I'm a god. So now when I know I'm a god, let's create some shit and become a nihilist. Or I don't know if it's called nihilist in English, but people that kind of lock on to other people's dreams and other people's ideas. And I said this, to exist, well, first off, one of my friends, he sent me, let's see, sorry. He sent me a very, very logical thing. And that was cogito ergo sum. I think there I am. So there, yeah. So, and I was like, yeah, but I've stopped thinking a lot of times. I don't even think now. Does that mean I don't exist? Obviously, you can see me, so it's wrong. I talk with the heart, I don't think. Talk with the heart. Use the heart. The heart was always meant to be the universal language. Using the heart, learning to use the heart is the way to communicate outwards. If you have ill intentions, your heart won't lie. It will just cast it out, and you will be punished right away. For some, this is really, really hard to take in, especially for people that lost their values totally. These are the end times now, right? But it's nothing to fear. Well, back to the other thing. Cogito ergo sum is truly to exist is to take part, or to exist is to be part of others' consciousness. One day in the summer of 2016, I was just sitting in the car. I was with my friend. I was meditating and just fell into a really deep meditation. where my body didn't exist. I was just gone. It was so. Yeah, back to the end time thing. Nothing to fear about. It's just the end of time. Or times. Two evils. Fearing by interpret things to what they are or what they say is two different things. If we take Swedish, for example, this is a, a prime example. Here in Sweden, when someone that it nearly never happens, or nearly never, most never happens that someone actually translates this wrong, but some actually direct translated, interpreted. Well, so we have something called dammsugare, and I could take this apparatus and translate it to English as a dust sucker. Would you know what that is? A dust sucker? Well, rightly translated, it's vacuum cleaner. Oh, oh, I could see that light shining brightly there. Huh? This is just one of many things that could go wrong when people don't understand what others say. We we are able to see things if we want to. It's out of free will. If I want to see other people's feelings, I ask myself for it. If I have faith in myself, I have faith in my power to change my surroundings, then it will happen. It will happen. And if you're not fully understanding the whole, there is, I'm not ascended yet, so I'm in the stages of ascending, but I'm not perfection because I doubt myself. But when I stop doubting myself, I will be one of the ascended masters. I am sure about that. My heart yearns for it. But shouldn't be wanting something. It should just be that knowing. By treating others correctly. I talked to my friend about the black hole. He was utterly amazed about the whole thing that scientists had found it to actually do the opposite. Yeah, light was coming out of the black hole. And I have always known, since I was small, that everything is built upon multiverses. And then our own personal space. Where we have one body that go and many minds. We could call it that. It's some people will understand, others won't, but the gateway between worlds can only transport can only transport energy. So when I talked to my friend, I told him I'm not from here. I came from another place. Came from a whole other system in another part of the galaxy. And I came out of that black hole, like so many others. We can travel between possibilities, or rather, we travel between possibilities. Science still has far to go because it still doesn't understand everything. Light is the opposite to the dark. Light is energy and dark is nothing. Still, we're trying to find nothing. Where there aren't any lights, there isn't anything. Light is very important. It's important to understand because we humans, we creators, you can call it what you want. Call us aliens too if you want. Or angels, or demons, whatever. Everything is right, everything is wrong. Or nothing is wrong, or nothing is right. I believe in everything or nothing. In between doesn't exist. There can't be a half-truth. There can't be this person could do this and I can't. That's a false claim. You can do exactly what others claim to do. They just believe in others' ideas and they create therefore. And I see it as beautiful. But it's the way to get there that is problem or problems. The 7 deadly sins was given so that people would work on their values. And the golden rule was given so you learned, so you could be, yes, you learned what, or not learned is the word, right? But I'm from Sweden, so no one is perfect. Not yet, anyway. I've plenty of years left to do, to work with myself. I also have plenty of years to actually figure out how to become immortal and stuff like that, if I want to. For those who think that is strange, yes, it's strange to say that. And you can think it's delusional, but it is you who are delusional. But I want to give. My whole life has been the quest for giving. I want to give to everyone, and everyone around me has been talking down. You need to take care of yourself first, primarily. You need to do this and you need to do that. Restrictions. and I listened. And that is why I'm here so late. But I came to tell people the truth so they could understand the scriptures better and therefore build with me and others heaven on earth. Heaven on earth, not heaven up there. Heaven on earth. Hmm? It's also this. I haven't really gone into the details, but when you follow the ascension path, which is to become perfection, to have the highest values, is to stand above and to show others how to behave. Not that you're better than anyone, because you cannot be better than anyone, because you are one with the whole creation. You are one with the whole creation. So is everyone else around you. And if you oh, what should I say? If you haven't presented myself either, you know why? Because I'm no one and I'm everyone. I am me and I am God. I am a God of gods among gods. But you will also become the God. Or not the God. No one can become the God. The whole of creation is the God. We are just parts of. And when we all descend, or when we all go through the ascension and ascend into become full creators, that will change everything. There's gonna be hardships. I'm not saying there isn't. There's still people out there that doesn't believe in what I say. Heck, I didn't even believe myself. When I heard a voice telling me that I was Jesus, I freaking denied it. Because I was, first off, I was like, in my awakening, why? Why should I ask someone else for forgiveness? That was my first question after awakening. And why isn't Why is everyone so mean to Lucifer? And why is Jesus the only one that can make me whole? I didn't understand. I was atheist at the time, non-believer of anything. I was putting my foot here and there in agnostic thinking from time to time, but I always went back to the skeptic thinking that nothing could be possible. Oh, I had my own interpretation of Jesus and then my own interpretation of Lucifer, both children of God, both bringers of light in one kind. You can be one or the other. You can be really, really, really good towards everything and find peace with just one half. But you're not all good. If you were all good, then you wouldn't have lived through some of the hardships. If you were all good, then you would live in a paradise by now. So you need to accept the fact that you have deception within you, that you are capable of lying. You need to understand that, and you need to take it in and accept that you are not perfect. That's, you know how easy it is to go up to your father, hugging him and saying, I forgive you. Know how easy that is? It's really easy. It's so freaking easy. Because when you go through the purgatory or the dark night of the soul or um, what should we call it? The chain lift? Because it's like lifting a chain of truth. And it's heavy. It's the cross. The cross is the chain that you have to live with if you don't go through with everything. You will have the problems that you always had. If you go through with a relationship and you notice what's wrong from the beginning, then there you are a genius. Took me like a lot uh, of things. Well, I can say that now because I've never been perfect, but I strive to be. I want to be perfect so I can be a good example for everyone in the future, as Jesus was, or as Krishna was, or other deities that actually ascended and knew the truth and acted in truth. People were talking about aliens, and I was like, everyone is talking crap about the grey aliens, and I was like, get over here, I want to hug you. I want to give you what you didn't get. You understand? I want to give everything, love. Everyone. This is this is understanding who you are and who everyone else is. And yeah. And many come to the conclusion, yeah, I'm a god, or I'm uh, I'm a part of God, or I'm part of the source. Many come to the conclusion, I am a part of the source and I live out my my life to find out more knowledge. Because I chose this life, I'm not capable of maybe having some of the other people's choices. I can see them if I want to. And as it is stated, and it should be stated in all of religion, I think. I don't know. I haven't read it. I accumulate stuff when it interests me. When I have questions and need answers, I have been given the answers by God, the collective. We, you must see that there's people talking, speaking of the Akashic records, not noticing that we've actually built it. And it's layered. You can know nothing, or you can know everything. And if you go out on, say, Darknet, you will know everything. You know of the misguided people that sacrifice children, drinking their blood and raping people, murdering them in camps and stuff like that. That's not something that you want to strive for. That's not perfection, that's killing yourself. Do to others as you want to be treated. You understand? Do you want to be killed? Oh, great. Then don't go and kill people. There's a lot of deception in the religions too. It's very interesting. Oops. This video is 4.7 gigs. I need to pause, start a new one. I will release all of this in one go anyway, so yeah.